My name is Suvi Saloniemi and I'm Chief Curator of Helsinki Design Museum. I think that food has been in general in the focus and in the interest among designers in the past couple of years, and obviously it has now started to arrive in Finland too. The food design movement, it's not that heavy yet, but I think it's getting more attention here as well. On the other hand, if we are not talking about the food design scene, so we have flourishing restaurant culture and new chef culture at the moment, that gives a perfect background and ground to found and cultivate the food design and food experience and food performance culture in Helsinki. Events that took place in 2011 and 2012 were, for instance, the founding of the Restaurant Day in 2011, and then the next year Helsinki was appointed as the World Design Capital. Those two years were crucial in liberating urban activism in a way in Helsinki. So everyone knows the story of Restaurant Day, kind of radicalism and activism in the first place, and it questioned whether something can be done in the urban environment against the city or municipal legislation, or what cannot be done. And it was a movement against these regulations and questioning what can be done and what can be not. So what can a person open a restaurant, sell food more easily in Helsinki that the city legislation actually permitted at that moment. So what it kind of showed for many city dwellers, that you can actually do you can change the rules, and you can show that some rules are outdated and should be updated. And I think that's what happened in Restaurant Day, and the out-serving regulations were actually in the end changed. I think it's always because of a momentum. So why Restaurant Day was originally founded was in 2011, because I think many people had been traveling lately in more laid-back cities where the food culture was more liberated, and then there was a momentum in Helsinki to actually question why don't we have this liberal culture regarding street food or food served outdoors. And now when Restaurant Day is 5 years old, and the original founders decided to kind of change the structure of Restaurant Day being an event taking place 4 times a year, it was because there wasn't any kind of momentum need to underline the importance of the liberated food culture, urban food culture anymore. So it actually had gained what it wanted to gain. Regarding mobility and my city and my culture, so of course mobility is essential when we talk about the weather. We all know that Restaurant Day has been taking place in the freezing temperature of -25, but not every one of us really likes that kind of temperature. So I think the mobility offers in Helsinki the chance to react the weather and kind of make all the seasons very different. And I think that is one of the great advantages of mobility as well. And